your go-to for all things home. This is Home Answers Radio, presented by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, Valdecast Windows and Doors, and by Center Guard Plumbing. Once again, here's Roger Piper.
Your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio.
Hi, welcome to Home Answers. I'm Roger Piper. The show is all about your home, inside and outside. Got a special guest today, Larry Rossi from Areawide Waterproofing. Larry, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, Roger. Thank you for having me on today.
Hey, waterproofing's a big deal if you're a homeowner because, as they say in Chicagoland, no matter what type of basement you have, you're going to end up with a crack. And they say that that's just part of being in the area. Is that correct? It's almost impossible to not have some kind of cracking and things going on in your basement floor.
Yeah, it really is. And very rarely do I see none. And the reason is that we have a real, for real hot and cold transfer that happens in the springtime and the winter, and that causes settlement, and that causes cracks in foundation.
Yep. And Areawide Waterproofing, tell us about the business. How long have you been with them? How did it start?
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm the owner, actually, and I started it out, with my son carrying my duffel bag about 15 years ago now. Mm-hmm. And that son currently runs a crew for us, and he's still with us. But so we started doing crack repair, and we started working out a lot with real estate agents because they come up when someone sells their home.
Yep.
And that made sense to us. And that just has snowballed into now I have 20 employees, a couple dump trucks, and, we're a big company now.
Yeah, what a great American story. Fantastic. And if people want to get a hold of you, the number is 708. Is that right? Your
708 274 7467. That's our office number.
Yep. And areawidewaterproofing.com. Pretty easy to remember. And I encourage you to go to the website and check them out. Now, if you're somebody that has a concern that maybe you have a problem, and hopefully before a real estate agent is looking at it, can you tell me, what are the warning signs that you have something going on that you need some waterproofing?
And I love to talk about this, and that's awesome. Right off the bat, you can go to our website and download our 12-point inspection for free and inspect exactly what I would inspect if you had us out.
Uh-huh.
And what we're looking at is the common areas where things go wrong are the easy ones for me to look at. For example, every corner in a basement, almost every one of them has a crack. And adjacent to that crack is a downspout because of how they build houses.
Right.
So the water is brought to where the sediment crack naturally happens. So that's an area that we look at right away. We also look where the beam that holds up your house, that's called the beam pocket, or it attaches to your foundation, common place for a crack. As weird as it sounds, under the front and back door in your basement will happen a crack. From the weight of the stoop on your foundation will cause a crack over time. Every basement window has an opportunity to have a crack off the bottom corner of it. And sometimes they go through the top also, but that's above grade and doesn't typically leak water, although we repair it. It's the one below grade where the pressure builds against the house and the water pushes through a foundation crack. So when we're making a repair on a crack, we're going to waterproof it and give you a lifetime warranty about that. But we're also going to take a look outside and see what's up with that water. Why is it there? Is it pooling against your house? So we're not just looking at the crack repair. We're looking at why it happened.
Right. And that's important, isn't it? To try to find the source.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll give you an example of a source that happens all the time, and you just won't even realize it, is your sump pump. If your sump pump is just discharging right outside your house and rolling right down your foundation, that's just putting excess water around your home, and those should be extended away. And we do a lot of that for good reason. You want that water like 15 feet away from your house.
Mm-hmm. And, if the fact that you have that water happening means something is up, right? Let's say if you didn't notice any water in your basement, now all of a sudden you do after torrential rains or something like that. That's a sign that something has to be looked at, right? Could be a sump pump, could be a crack, could be something.
Absolutely. And so you brought up a good point there. I mean, today in Chicagoland, we just had, I'm not kidding, maybe 9 inches of rain in the last 3 days.
Yeah, it's insane.
So, right. That's a ton of water, and that's going to show things that aren't naturally happening, maybe. Uh-huh. And then the things that are naturally happening are going to be super exploited. So, I mean, if you had a crack in your foundation that never leaked, today it may.
Right. And is that a situation there where it's time to take a look at it and look for something before it gets worse, right? Because
absolutely.
Yeah, under the worst case scenario, if it's showing a crack, and that's really the only time you see it, well, eventually that could become a bigger problem, right?
Correct. They can become a structural issue. I mean, all those settlement cracks are all caused really by water around your house. So that's why I get into that first line of defense that comes with your home is your gutters and your downspouts.
Yep.
Those have to be working or you're going to have trouble.
Yep, and that's real important to know. I think a lot of people don't realize that. Tell us a little bit more about if somebody thinks they might have a problem and they go, and you said you've got like an inspection. It's so many people can download pictures for you. You
got it, right? So a couple things there. That's a mouthful. We absolutely can go to our webpage and search around on our resource page, and you'll find a link to our 12-point inspection. And you can go ahead and take a look at those common areas all on your own, and we'll indicate where they're at on that inspection list. Mm-hmm. And then, the foundation cracks, when we make a repair on them, we all do pretty much the same type of repair. We're all pretty much sealing it with epoxy and injecting it with urethane and giving a lifetime warranty. And that repair works very well.
Yep.
So, but let me give you an example where things happen that, that us waterproofer guys know, and maybe the homeowner doesn't. If we fix a crack under your window because it's leaking, and there's a crack on the window next to it that's not leaking, well, that water that was coming through that crack is going to remain around your foundation, and it's going to enter the crack that's not leaking. That's going to freeze and expand, and it's going to become a leaker over time.
Yep.
So when we repair cracks, it could create an opportunity for one that never leaked to leak, and that's why it's important for us to identify, why so much water around your house. What's up with your downspouts? Are your gutters working? All important to work together.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that you have to have an expert like yourself to really figure that out. So if you have a foundation crack, you can text a photo. You do crawl space encapsulation, which is a way to block odors, downspout and sump pump extensions, clean out underground drainage, and stabilize shifting and sinking foundations. So you can pretty much do it all if somebody has a problem.
Yeah, for sure. We can take the approach to repair that's required. That allows us to, really fix somebody's problem. And there's a lot of different levels of, problems. A crack in your foundation is one thing. A bowl in your cinder block wall with a crack is a complete other thing.
Yep.
And a different type of repair. So that's why we offer those services, so we can make the repair that's required, and
mm-hmm.
You definitely can take what we say around our office is send us a photo of a crack and get a quote back. And what that does is it send us a picture of a crack. We most likely can bid it online and just come make a repair. And the value of that service is timing, especially if you're in a real estate transaction, timing, all those things are super valuable.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that you really kind of pride your company on is that you're not salespeople, you are service people. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, and nicely put, and we say that all the time. I have nothing to sell. We are not salespeople. When you're calling my company, you're standing in a puddle of water in your basement. We're coming to give you the best way to repair that, the least expense, and the quickest time. That's what we're trying to do for you. And I'm a family-owned company, so I am the owner. And I'm the dad of the young lady that answers the phone and the young man that goes out and makes some of those repairs. And we're company family based. So we're never letting anybody hang. We're coming back if we need to. And occasionally we do. I'd be lying if I didn't say occasionally we have to come back, and we do. And we come back. Yeah. And that's really what separates us from other companies.
And that's just being honest. And you said most of your work is warranted, right?
Yes, most of the work is warranted. And like I mentioned, we never leave anybody hanging, and we try to do things in a timely fashion.
Yep. And, you're a family-owned company. You're not a big corporate company where they're just going to pass you around. I mean, if you call there, you're going to talk to some people that can help you with your situation, right?
Correct. And we're really good at it. And that comes from, our training and our experience. We have a lot of experience. The staff that works with me has a lot of experience in answering questions. And so when you call with a question, they can envision what you're talking about and really help you out. It's a big advantage.
And I think that really says a lot for your company when you're that way, because experience and ability is really number one. So your company handles wet basements, foundation cracks, crawl spaces, and a lot more that can reduce some of that damage to your property. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you, what's the best phone number?
The best phone number would be our office line, and that's area code 708-274-7467.
Okay, and Areawide Waterproofing.com. That's pretty easy to remember. Areawide Waterproofing. If they give you a call, you're going to react as soon as you can, right? Because most of these people are kind of in distress when you've got a basement full of water.
Yeah, always, and we take that in consideration. We understand, and occasionally it's happened before. Now you're tired of it, or it's the first time. But either way, it's important, and so we want to handle it the best and as soon as we can. And today, for example, I mentioned we had a really crazy amount of rain, and so our phones are very busy. Our priorities are callbacks. I mean, sure, we're booking new business, but we're taking care of anybody that had a problem with some work that we've done.
Yep.
And our warranties, like you mentioned and I've mentioned, are like some of them are a lifetime. So we're coming back if there's a problem. I had a call from somebody from 13 years ago, just today, and it's a new problem. That's something that we did, but nonetheless, 13 years ago. Yeah, we're in it to win it. We're in it to win it.
Well, congratulations, Larry, on having a great company. If you're thinking about waterproofing or need it, give Larry and his company a call. Areawide Waterproofing, 708-274-7467. 708-274-7467, areawidewaterproofing.com. Larry, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me on. That was great. Thanks a lot.
Home Answers on AM 560, The Answer.